Y'all, I left out a key witness's testimony yesterday in the craziness of trying to get myself and the family ready to come back from the beach, so let's get into it. Eddie Garcia testified yesterday and it left the courtroom stunned. Eddie Garcia is a former hotel security staffer who testified that Diddy paid him $100,000 in cash to make that surveillance footage disappear. Let's break it all the way down. Garcia was working security at Intercontinental Hotel in LA when he was asked to review the incident involving Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura. At first, he didn't recognize the faces, but when he looked closer, he realized it was Diddy and Cassie. He reviewed the video and said it was bad, like really bad. Then came the phone calls, first from Christina Coram, then Diddy himself. Diddy allegedly asked, "Do you know who I am?" and said he'd been intoxicated and needed that footage. When Garcia said he couldn't release it, Diddy offered to, quote, take care of him. Garcia went to his boss, Bill Medrano, who said he would do it for $50,000. So Garcia called back and Diddy said, "Eddie, my angel, I knew you could do it." This is interesting since the phone seized from Christina Coram at the Miami airport had Eddie's contact as Eddie, my angel. Medrano entered the server room, pulled the footage, and gave it to Garcia on a black USB drive. He met Diddy at a high-rise building in West LA. There, Diddy asked if it was the only copy, demanded it not be stored in the cloud, and even FaceTimed Cassie to confirm she didn't want it getting out either. She said she had a movie coming out, so no, she didn't want it out there. Then came the NDA, with a clause that said if Garcia talked, he would owe $1 million in damages. Garcia didn't read it though. He was nervous, he was scared, and at the time he was making $10.50 an hour. Diddy ran stacks of cash through a money counter, $100,000 in total. He gave it to Garcia in a brown paper bag. $50K went to his boss, $20K to an officer, and Garcia used the other $30K to buy a used car. When law enforcement eventually came asking, Garcia lied. He said he wanted nothing to do with it, but later with a lawyer he came clean. Why does this matter? This shows control, intimidation, and cover-up, which feeds directly into the government's RICO theory, that Diddy did not act alone. He ran an organized, well-oiled system to hide his abuse. Y'all, I'm sorry I left this out yesterday, but follow me for all the updates. I will give you all the facts with none of the fluff.